Yoshihiro is going down today, guys, in my Pokemon+Nobunaga's Ambition Let's Play. My high ambition levels are because of our newfound team here, which we literally did just find around the Ronsei region. Very cool feature of this game, the fact that you collect multiple heroes, so you're gaining multiple perspectives. The game doesn't force you into just playing as the main hero and Oichi, although if you're going to take, we're tougher, you got a higher power level. 895 versus 873, your might means nothing to me. But it does not force you unless you're going to take a new nation. However, once you have that nation in your clutches, you can send your warriors all about the Ronsei region to gain experience points and capture new Pokemon pals, befriending or gaining new warriors, all in different ways, all throughout your multiple warriors, multiple mages, and other people who join you on your quest. I'm not certain if those ladies at the Rice Ball Hut will ever join you, or if they are merely just for items. I'm not sure. But so far, I've only found people to follow me being offensive Pokemon trainers like myself. Or Bushao leaders, I suppose they call them here. They weren't even trainers back then, because a trainer would just have a one-on-one battle, max 3 versus 3. But nothing as chaotic as an army takedown via Pokemon power. So if you watched my fail episode, congrats for having the wherewithal to stand that god-awful playing. But you'll also see some difference in strategy here. In my last run of Yoshihiro's zone, I tried to go for the presence off to the side of the ring, and that was where I really was mistaken. I need to focus on getting the flags first, knocking off any of his Pokemon second, and then if I happen to be brushed off where there is a present and it's within my spaces, I'll do that too. Now Eevee and Jigglypuff, I'm not going to have them stay on flags. In fact, I probably should have... Well, actually, no. The only reason I wanted to do that was because Eevee had a good amount of walk space, where the other Pokemon, like Sewaddle, don't really. I'm going to switch that up, though, don't worry. I know how disastrous it can be, leaving my normal types open for a girder to the face. Uh-oh, look at his... that ghoulish grin. He's ready to smack down with those gruesome girders. Jeez, too many G's. G's, too many G's. Gosh, golly. Anyway, he's probably going to go on the offensive now. Oh boy. Whenever you see a picture of the trainer and their Pokemon, you know that they're about to launch a super effective hit on you. Damn, I didn't count on Eevee dying this early in the match. Hopefully its sacrifice was not in vain. I'm gonna knock you the fuck off, Girder. Off my ring! We'll take him out little bitch slap by little bitch slap. Oh wow. That was even more double slaps than I intended on. So once... yeah, there we go. I don't want to have another normal type being smacked off like the last time. Once Yoshihiro sets up on some flags, it's probably a lot more easier to take him out. Oh, I didn't mean to do that! And also, hastily pressing the A button, it does not do anything good for you. It just ends up making you miss vital Vine Whips like that. I could have hit... what is it? Pansage and Timber all at one juncture. Pansage would have been thrown off, and Timber would have sustained some damage. Now I missed that damn opportunity because I'm too hasty pressing A. It's A-okay though, because if we really based our entire moves and strategy off just not messing up the press to the A button, then we would have a pretty faulty plan to take these regions. Oof! Wow, Jiggles hangs on. Also, I have to consider that my EV was hit with a girder, not a kick by the timber. But you motherfuckers, get off my place! I love Vine Whip. And if you have Pokemon multiple on your team that know Vine Whip, you are in a good spot, my friend. At least when fighting this guy. Because they're not super effectively damaged like Eevee was. They have long-ranging hits that will knock off many of Yoshihiro's Pokemon before they even get to yours to become a problem. I'm going to have Jiggles guard the closest flags to where we came in. And then I guess I'll just block off this flag. We have Dominion! Now, although we have control of all the flags, this match is not over. Either you have to stall your opponent until the turns are all up, which was actually how Yoshihiro beat me in the last tournament because I didn't know about the start escape button. Fool that I am. But he will eagerly be coming up the stairs from the pits of the ring, trying once more to take his foundation and all the flags. But that's the nice thing. Any Pokemon sitting on a flag gets an HP boost. You see Waddle down there. Let's see. I guess... Yep, one block away will do the trick. Block you off! Because if this timber doesn't move, he's just going to be blocking the entrance for all his pals coming up the steps. And he's not getting any ground on the flags. Is that the only way I can hit him? No, yeah, that's right. That's what I'm looking for. This way he doesn't get the flag behind him. All the others are covered. And most likely he's going to try and kick Darumaka again, which, oh great, that doesn't work really, because poof, he goes right back into the flag where he gets HP for it. So, thanks for smacking him back. You really, you put a monkey wrench there in my, or a log of wood, rather, in my plan. Thankfully, Darumaka is small enough to climb up that wood and fire smack you in the face. So your Sparta kicks that worked so well, tormenting my Eevee back on our first run, they're not going to be so impressive here, my little pal. You have, what, 14 HP left. Things are not looking swell for you. You couldn't even guard the gates before your friends got here. HP for everyone. Not you, Sewaddle. You're quite alright. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last evolution of Sewaddle, Leavanny, doesn't that not evolve unless you have a Leaf Stone? We'll guard Darumaka here. And I kind of lost my chance to attack, though. I didn't realize that his move space was so limited. Because unfortunately, although Darumaka's Fire Spin Smack, Nitro Charge, whatever that is very effective. Oh, good. You can get the present. The problem is you need one block away. This way you can rush into your opponents. If you're close up to them face to face, it's not going to be an effective move. In fact, it won't even allow you to launch it. So keep that in mind. Long distance moves, long range moves are fun and effective. But say if you've got a bunch of water Pokemon on your team, and you're in the line of fire for Vine Whip, it's not really the best strategy to keep whipping your own team. There's no friendly fire benefits for it. You're just messing yourself up. Ah, damn. And we got offed by his own Vine Whip. So Vine Whip, very powerful for knocking off multiple players out of the ring. Let's see, we've got ourselves the Brute Girder. But that's the beauty of having a Carnivine. It can float right back up to the ring. No problem. Okay, I want to keep all my members out of the range of Vine Whip. But now, we can hit 2 of his at once! I love this move! No matter how many times you're gonna smack me off this platform, Yoshihiro, I'm gonna come right back with Carnivine and kick your ass with Vine Whip. Like Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho, my Rose Whip will take you all out with just one flick of my wrist. That, and also it reminds me of that song from the 90s. I'll get knocked down, but I'll get up again. I'm a Carnivine and I can float. I get knocked down. Oh wait, that wasn't quite the lyrics, but you know what I mean. Oof! Jeez. That girder is brutal. Oh, you son of a bitch. He had one of his team members come in and swoop in for the kill. He's like, oh yeah? You get knocked down? Well, float up this, bitch! So he blocks me. That's fine. Darumaka, do your worst! When you have a boss Pokemon, a Bushao leader's Pokemon cornered like this, and you can wage a good amount of damage, please do so. Because once you eliminate the main Bushao leader's Pokemon, you'll notice which one that is, normally from the opening cutscene. I can't believe you missed. Normally from the opening cutscene, like Gurdur standing next to Yoshihiro, grinning gleamingly for victory that he thinks will be his so easily, but he is mistaken. He's not faced the great Bushao leader DeoGenZ yet. He does not know what he's in for. We've already taken, what, 3 nations like nothing? So another one, it's not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. But in all seriousness, if you get rid of the Bushao leader's Pokemon first, your battle's going to be a lot easier, because if you keep Gurdur like this, flaunting his big metal bashing material at you, he's going to keep knocking your team off the... Oh my gosh! Off the mat and just completely out. You need to get rid of this guy. Die, you evil muscular brute! I mean, this thing is worse than a Machoke, because Machoke, alright, he's got muscles. It's obviously a Pokemon that could kick your ass with no problem. But when you see that kind of a muscular Pokemon coming at you with a giant metal beam, it gets a tad more intimidating. I got a better idea. How about we get the flag, and we don't hit Darumaka. Instead, Machoke. It's too bad you can't hit them off the side little entranceway there that they come through. Otherwise, we would be able to knock them off a lot earlier. And I guess the developers anticipated that maneuver with the Vine Whip and all. So, they made it an invisible wall where you can't fall into the pit. They at least let you make it to the mat first. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh! Darumaka holds on with 1 health point. Oh, but he makes his grand attack and sweeps us off the map. Alright, Jiggles. Move out of the way of the fighters. Hold some kind of territory. Darumaka, you are a beast! Get back up there. We need your Nitro Charge. You know what? If we hit him from this angle, I bet he's not going to stay around and attack us. I bet the first thing he's going to want to do is try and claim my flags. So let's test this strategy out. You know, I'm living and learning, guys, just like that Sonic song, but, live and learn! That's how that went. I am just figuring out this game as I go through it. This is pretty much a blind run. I have seen a bit ahead, but not much to know anything highly strategical. I am learning things alongside with you, analyzing my own strategies and how my opponent reacts to them. It may be better to retreat a bit when Yoshihiro's Pokemon come back, The reason is, now they're super easy to knock right off the platform. Double slap onslaught, go! And just like that, we are going to regain these flags. See, the one disadvantage that the opponent has in its artificial intelligence programming is that when they're on a flag, they tend not to leave. So far, I've noticed this for all Bushao leaders. Get up there, Darumaka. I've noticed this for all Bushao leaders that have this flag subset quest besides defeating them and just claiming territory within their territory, within their nation. You have to deal with them staying on the flag. So they think, oh, this is a great strategy. You can't get on the flag, but for a gym like this or a Bushao nation like this, it's not the greatest thing because you're a sitting duck and you're sitting on a corner where you can be knocked off at both angles. So it's a good idea that once you see Yoshihiro's gigantic girder and muscle gang coming, that you just get out of their way, let them claim the flag again, and then bump them off. It's not going to take as many turns if you think about it, because you're going to end up stalling them more as they have to climb through the pit. And also, we probably could have preserved Eevee with that method if we just let them get the first couple flags and then knock them off. Going for the third flag up in the right-hand corner was kind of a idiotic move in a way. But I think this broccoli monkey is beat! That's the way to clear it out. Things will be a lot easier too, even when removing players like that. I say kill the Bushao leader's Pokemon first, but if it's not possible, don't inconvenience yourself because you do have limited turns, always with limited move spaces, and you are trying to claim territory within this nation by capturing all the flags. So, launch attacks when they're advantageous for you, like here. Not only do we get some damage on him, but we also launch him out of the ring. So that's a very good strategy for preserving your Pokemon and keeping the flags all in the same roundabout way. Now, Oichi, I need you to keep Jigglypuff alive. And the way to do that is by defeating your enemies. Since we have no problem mopping up the rest of the flags here, I'm going to try and finish off the Bushao leader's main pal here. He's been a pain in my side this whole match, and a whole match ago, he was even worse. Now, I think we should just prevent them from coming up here at all. We claim this nation for DeoGenZ, not Yoshihiro. Train more and come back when you're a conqueror. I do wonder if that's a possibility. Oh, phew. I was gonna say, don't you dare knock me back in the pit. I don't know if you could actually do it from that side, but I don't want to test it. Oh, perfect. That's one block too far, friend. Oh. This thing is a very defensive Pokemon. It's one of the more wally leaders you're going to have to face. Yeah! Especially since you can't get flying types or psychics at this point in the game. Well, we bested him. His best Pokemon has been taken out, and now his underlings are going to have to deal with my full-fledged team of flag-claiming fools. See, I'll just keep Jigglypuff in the opposing corner. I know that Machop is coming along the other side. That's something to keep in mind. Oh, you did well, Darumaka. Especially for 1 HP. You helped take out the girder. You've earned your rest. But if there's ever a pest like this Machop, you gotta keep in mind how many of the Bushao's underlings are left. This way you know where they're coming from and where they could potentially grab a flag like that, and then keep something like Jigglypuff up there to just deflect them. Because it only takes one hit of any kind to send your opponent off the side of the ring. So it can be Jigglypuff's Double Slap, Carnivine's Vine Whip, Seawaddle's Bug Bite, anything. Whatever you have. And especially if you haven't befriended any Pokemon like I have with the main hero or Oichi, you're going to be stuck with Eevee and Jigglypuff. Two big linchpins in your team that you can't replace with other members. The other strategy that I went with here, not being able to befriend any Pokemon in time, was just finding enough warriors that wanted to join my cause of conquering nations. They saw how I took the Fire Nation, Grass Nation, and Water Nation with no problem, and they decided to join me. That's how Carnivine came about. That's why I have Seawaddle. So try and counterbalance your team that's weak to fighting types by getting some grass resistance. You know what? I just want to keep you over here. All the flags are ours. If that Machop ever wants to wander on back through, well, he's going to be rudely interrupted by my team. In fact, I don't think I even have to worry a little bit about that thing. So much so that I will try and get my members to get all the presents in this map. Because that was my original downfall. That was why I failed in the first place. To defeat this Bushao leader was because I split my team up, sending Seawaddle down through the pit to try and grab the presents. That was a silly move, but now, who's the silly one? I'll just bide my time. I won't even bash him off because he's so weakened to the point where a meager double slap could destroy him. So let's go to Seawaddle. Seawaddly waddly waddly woo. I know there's a present up here on the outer side for you. The question is now, can we make it in the turns that are left? That will be interesting to see. Oh, well, you know what? We have 11 turns. You could see it right there up on the top screen. That's why I include both screens for your viewing pleasure. You can see right underneath my character's sprite on the versus section, you'll see a number 11. That lets you know how many turns are left. Oh, he doesn't have as much, he had more HP than I thought. Good. He's dead now. And we've won. Oh, that's right, we haven't quite won yet. In order to fully beat this challenge, we need to be on the flag. Get them all blue. So now we don't even have to worry about his Pokemon. We can casually gather all the presents up. I tell you, this won't happen in every Bushao match that you get. Sometimes the courses are just not that easy to collect gifts on. But when you could do it, like at this juncture with Yoshihiro, go for it. I'm collecting old presents. But do watch that top screen if you're playing this on your own, because seriously, that turn order is no joke. If that goes to 0, you see about 3 turns left, don't mess around with the presents. Just get on the flags, state your ground, and you will beat the leader. Because that's the ultimate goal. Oh yeah, and I forgot Y in the D-pad can change the perspective of the map if you need to see a different angle. Here we go. Victory for us with 7 turns left. Now that was an epic ponage strategy. If you've got your own and you can have a way of recording it, do post a video response, because I'm interested in seeing how different people handle all the leaders. Since there is some randomization to it, it might have resulted differently for some. Well, he keeps that smiling, humongous grin. And I guess he's just so proud of himself. Oh, nope, he's pissed off that he could hold a girder to our face, but doesn't matter. We own this place now. Oh, and the broccoli monkey guy. He thought that our battling style was wicked. So he joined us on our quest. Another grass companion. Not bad. Oh, but we need to send him somewhere, because we have 6 members already on our team. We should send him... probably... No, I don't want to send him here. Or maybe I did. Oh well. I'll reorganize them later. I don't know who that guy is. I should probably look into that. I think these people are from our original nation that we owned, and they were kind of our pals and companions off to the side, but they just sit over... That guy must be a demon because he's got horns. They just sit off to the side and judge our nation collecting. How dare they? Anyway, in the next episode we will continue our rule across the Ransei region.